girls, you must be knowing about the periods, menstruation, cycle, everything. So more information we discuss today. The first part will be done by me, and the second part will be continued by Ranjani ma'am from English department. So, women, menstrual health and hygiene. Okay. If you're talking, then we will stop. Menstrual health and hygiene, known as MHH, very essential for the well-being of women as well as girls. The word menstruation, actually it is taken from Latin, menses, which means month, and the word mene refers to the moon. So in ancient times, they used to think menstruation as the moon's cycle because both the cycles they last around 28 days. If you're a biology student, I think you must be knowing what is menstruation. Most of the girls, they get periods between the age of 10 to 15. And the first period when the girl gets is known as menarche. What exactly is menstruation? During each menstruation or menstruation cycle, an egg is developed, it is released from the ovaries into the fallopian tube. And the ovaries, they release female hormones such as estrogen and progesterone. These hormones will thicken the uterine wall. And why the uterine wall is thickened? It is thickened for the attachment of embryo if there is fertilization. If there is no fertilization, then the female hormone progesterone secretion stops. The thickened wall will be torn off. The stages of menstrual cycle. Yeah. So whatever the thickened portion of uterine wall will be torn off. And the menstruation starts where it is released in the form of blood, mucus, and all of the unfertilized ovum and tissue debris. So this menstruation lasts for 5 to 7 days. In women as well as girls, sometimes it may stop by 4th or the 5th day, or some women will have 5 to 7 days of duration. So most of the girls, when they get the first period, they use sanitary pads. Sanitary pads are nothing but they are made of cotton, cellulose, adhesive material, absorbent polymer. I hope absorbent, the word absorbent, absorbing capacity or absorbent polymer will be there, and it comes with different sizes and shapes. So one should be very careful in choosing a sanitary pad according to your comfort level, convenience, and never ever you should experiment with the sanitary pads. Nowadays there are so many ads they publicize, they give offers also. So what sanitary pads you use on the day one, the same sanitary pad brand should be used because never ever experiment because it's very sensitive part of your body. And some women also prefer tampons. Have you heard about tampons? Yeah. How many of you know? Okay, especially women who are playing sports, swimming, and even women in the defense. Have you heard about it? So when they go for a tough training, they use tampons. And tampons also, they're made up of cotton plug, should be inserted in the vagina so that the tampon absorbs the blood. And even when you're using tampons, you should take care that it should not be left more than 8 hours. It should be removed. Otherwise, risk of infections will be there. What is the myth? The most important and most familiar topic with you in India, especially in some of the places of India, rural areas, periods is known as dirty, impure. Even today, when I see some of the places, the girl will be isolated for 5 to 7 days. They make her sit in a room. They never allow her to go near the puja room or even the kitchen. They serve the food in that room and make her sleep on a mat with a small children. In rural areas, it's the worst. So that should not be happening because menstrual cycle, when a girl has periods, the both mentally as well as physically should be weak. So if a person is isolated and treated as impure, so she may have effect on her mental health. Then along with this, whenever we have, if you have experienced this even in your home, whenever we have functions or pujas, people will, especially women will take the pills to postpone and prepone the periods. That should never be done because the pills what you consume contains steroids and it may harm your body as well as there may be decrease in fertility. Okay, this is all about the menstruation, what do you mean by menstruation, the myth, as well as about the pills used to postpone or people is very, very harmful one should not take. Apart from this, be proud that you are a girl or a woman because we are the ones who are givers, we are the nurturers, and whenever you have periods, regularly change the sanitary pads for 5 to 6 hours. Wash your intimate areas not with soap. This is very, very important. Wash your intimate areas using pH solutions less than 4. Have you heard about this? Have you heard about the ad called wash? Yeah. So always keep yourself clean during the period days. Change the sanitary pads regularly and wear clean clothes. And when it comes to the hygiene, so poor hygiene may prone to infections. Sometimes what happens due to busy schedule, we are unable to change the pads sometimes. So never ever do that. Give priority to your health. Keep always clean, wear clean clothes, and dispose the sanitary pads regularly. Dispose it properly so that it doesn't harm or pollute the environment. Okay. Thank you. The rest part will be done by Nanjini Ram from English department.
Very good afternoon to all girls here. After a wonderful session of personality development, we are into a shift of a different mood where we all of us as women, girls, have to worry about her health and hygiene. I am really worried about it because I need to be healthy for a very long time, positive and cheerful. For that, I need to be hygienic, right? So I'm going to talk to you about it. My topic here next is about menstrual cups. I'm sure most of you know about it. How many of you know about it? Very nice, but I don't think you started using it. Yeah. But it is suggested that menstrual cups are one of the most wanted sanitary way of dealing our periods. We have all heard about it. What is so special? This cup is made of rubber or silicone and it is a small funnel shaped which can be inserted by yourself into the vagina during the periods. Now what is the use? First thing, we don't need to dispose and worry what will happen to it. Because it is made of pure rubber or silicone, it decomposes very fast. Okay, this is one advantage. Then, girls and women who have heavy periods, this cup holds, and as you get used to it, you will know how long it is going to hold the blood, and you can keep changing. One thing, and those who have normal periods, it's very nice for them. This is what the survey that has been done for menstrual cups have been told. So, when I talk about menstrual cups, sanitary pads, all that we are discussing, one thing I would like to add, we must feel very proud to be women. Yes, all of us. Those days in olden days, as ma'am said, they did not allow us, and even now in my house and most of their houses, they do not allow us to kitchens and puja rooms. Now I can't tell them don't. We have to follow. But my next generation and you in your next generation understand this is quite normal, and we have got a wonderful gift. Yes or no? Yes, what if I do not and if you do not get your periods regularly, there is a problem. Again, you have to worry. You're a girl, so you should get your periods regularly. So say yes and be proud to be a woman first. All. Of you. Okay, next slide. Now, the main problem that everybody is facing, everywhere, what is happening, how to manage this waste. What we all know is use the sanitary pad, dispose it in a paper and a cover, put it in the garbage. Okay, that's fine. At home you can do. But in colleges, in apartments, in offices, there's a new trend. What are they doing? See, government, private sector, and NGOs everywhere in India, abroad, they're trying their best to give everybody at a very nominal rate. It is not very costly today that everybody can afford. There is a word I've used here: non-biodegradable sanitary napkins. This cannot be biodegradable. It is not good. But this is what we are all using, right? Next. Menstrual waste, we all know what it is, I'm just telling you. It refers to the blood, bodily tissues, and used menstrual absorbents. Sometimes people use cloth, sometimes sanitary napkins, and as I said, other materials during menstruation. Then, how is this discarded? In villages, they have a taboo. How do you go across when men are there what to do? No, I think men should know that this is very important and they should respect us when we are menstruating. Yes or no? I am practicing and I told my son and I'm sure this and I said, you should know how to respect your wife, your mother, your daughter. Yeah, we should all learn that, okay? There's another very big taboo here. Now, how do I, in the public places, discard my sanitary pad or whatever? So, we have a wonderful man here. He looks very ordinary. He's a dropout from school. He's a Tamilian from Tamil Nadu and is called Arunachalam Muruganandam. The movie that has been done by Akshay is inspired, Padman, by his personal story. What is the story? I'll be very fast. He is a dropout because he lost his father at a very young age and his mother was having a very tough time, financially very poor. Now he wanted to help his mother, he dropped out of school. Okay, he did like all kinds of jobs because he was not educated. Somehow it was going on, still they were poor. Then he grew up, he did many things. Then he came to an age where he was supposed to get married. You can't help. You can't say I'm poor and I can't get married. So he also got married like everybody else. But there's something that he saw personally when he was with his wife, which I have to openly tell you. He saw that his wife was always hiding something and going some 2 or 3 days. He knew because he knew he was with his mother. He asked her, "What are you doing?" She said, "I don't have anything. We are very poor. We don't have money to afford for sanitary napkins, which are costly." That is those days when he was about to find sanitary pads. She said, "Now what do I do?" She took torn clothes, rags, pieces of papers, stuffed it in a cloth, and she used to use it as a napkin. Now, as a husband, he felt, I need to show my love by inventing something new for my wife. But this is very peculiar. No husband will think like this, okay? So the wife was like, no, no, don't do all this. It will sound very crazy for the society. What he did, he experimented on many kinds of paths which were all failures. He did not know what to do. He did not get an answer. He actually kept a balloon or something in his tummy like a uterus filled with goat's blood. And the same is just like a woman's menstruation. He worked it out for himself, kept the sanitary pad personally, and went around to the village. People said, "You're crazy, you're being possessed by evil spirits." He said, "No problem, I will find a solution." Then one fine day, definitely he found a solution, and he said, he's going to find a machine which will make sanitary pads at a very cheaper rate. Okay? And he's the founder of the machine, which today we are all, getting these sanitary pads from. And he's got a patent for it, so nobody can copy it, copyright. Okay? Next. Now the most wonderful topic, biodiversity, which you have in English also. Biodegradable sanitary pads. What are these? In today's, you all know online you can purchase so many things. You have pads, napkins that are made of banana fiber. Do you know that? How many of you know that? Very good, nice. Natural products which can be decomposed easily. So, as of today, we have so many products. Definitely, if you have a normal period, there is nothing wrong in trying that. You will not have any infection because it is also being sterilized. Okay? Women in rural India use reusable cloth. We all know that our mothers, our grandmothers used to do this. But what was the problem? They couldn't maintain the hygiene because if you want something to be hygienic and clean, you have to put it in the sun. But the men are there at home. What do they do? They did not know what to do. They were not very hygienic. Next. Now, today, disposable pads, as I said, are made of bamboo fiber and banana fiber, natural products. This can be decomposed in less than 2 years, but our sanitary pads, which are made of most of the plastic material, take time around 900 years to decompose into the soil. This is a survey, I am not saying this. Then, there is one speciality everywhere, men are finding things for women. See the broad mindedness, we have to understand. Two IIT boys, they were called Archit Agarwal and Harry Sehrawat, created a reusable biodegradable sanitary napkin. It was made of banana fiber. So, the big round of applause for them. See, these three men, when I'm talking about just the men whom we know, there are so many who have thought about it, who have thought that women should not suffer. So don't always think that men don't like this. They are there to help us. Let us think in the positive manner. Now, by switching over to reusable period products, today, if I'm going to switch over, I'll be saving my money because every time I buy so many pads, instead I can reuse it if I'm really going to put it dry in the sun, wash it properly in a normal wash. That is what I said. Next. These are the two boys, smart young fellows who have thought for the women in India. Next. There is a machine called incinerators. You are aware of that? All of you? Yeah. Most of the schools, colleges, apartments, and offices are today having incinerators, which are having a low budget also, not the bigger ones. What is this going to do? The incinerators uses combustion. What is combustion? Burning. It burns the sanitary pads that are put into it and it converts that into ash. Okay. And this is less harmful and reduces the volume of waste and changes the nature of waste from solids to ash, which are then used as fertilizers. Especially the biodegradable ones are very safe and you can use it as fertilizers. Now, when this process of combustion is taking place properly, it is converted into relatively harmless gases when it is released. That is what they say. And incombustible solid waste, that is ash, and some materials that are okay and can be used for the sanitary pads, which are permissible according to the World Health Organization. Next, if the government has a good plan with the financial aid that they're getting and adherence to the rules and standards, a good incineration, safe incineration can take place. Next. There is another way, but we don't follow this much here. In government schools and rural areas, it's much in practice. They actually dig a deep pit. It is there when you search in the Google, you can go through. There is a deep pit which they dig, and the sanitary pads can be disposed. You are supposed to follow these rules. The deep burial pit should be of a depth of 1.5 to 2 meters and a width of 50 to 100 centimeters. The pit can be above the ground pit and it can be constructed of brick or cement. Now, inside this pit, it is actually said that one layer of soil, one layer of pad, one soil pad, and it is advisable that you in the pit you are going to use throw the used biodegradable pads as much as possible. See, the non-biodegradable are not going to. It is going to stay there. Right? Then the pit should be constructed away from water sources. Why? Anybody?
Some power.
It pollutes the mud and the water which is close by, right? So you have to keep it away. Okay, this is one solution. And it is so much in practice now in rural areas because they too don't know what to do. And it is coming in cities also. So let us be aware of that. Next. This is another thing which is very interesting and you must be aware of it. You have these panties which have these pads already in that. What is it called? Period panty, very good. Yeah, what does this do? For a normal period, this is enough. But for somebody who has more extra menstruation, which is a heavy, they can even attach a sanitary pad along with that, which lasts for more than 6 to 8 to 10 hours. That's what they say. But it is always advised that because it is very delicate and these parts of our private parts, you have to be very careful. As ma'am said, to keep it clean, you have to keep changing it. That's an advice. Just because they say 6 to 8 hours, 10 hours, you can't follow. You know what your body is and you keep changing it. Yeah. These are made of cotton and elastin with layers of microfiber as a fine material and one impermeable layer, that is, which does not allow any kind of leakage. Then this can be washed normally. First rinse it thoroughly, then wash it, and then dry it and use. This is what they say. I don't know if you have started.
India grows more bananas than anywhere else in the world. But about
Yeah, go to the next one.
half of each plant goes to waste. One company is turning that waste into biodegradable sanitary pads that could help more people have safer periods. With disposable plastic pads on the rise, can banana stems save the country from mountains of trash? We visited Southie to see how it's using worldwide waste. When Southie started out in 2015, only about a third of women in India had access to pads, and that can be more than just discomfort.
Women's work for the 5 days everywhere. And what sets you back?
I was proud to be an Indian, but also was ashamed that we cannot provide something of basic necessity.
Tarun Botra and Kristen Kagetsu set out to help without creating more plastic trash. And they found the answer in farm waste. Just one banana plant stem can yield up to 3,000 pads, according to Sathi. The stalks only bear fruit once, so after each harvest, farmers clear the fields to make room for new growth. Chirag Desai is a researcher looking for new ways to use these leftovers.
The farmers are dumping it on the roadside or canal side, and it will create a huge environmental as well as social problem.
His team has turned banana plant fibers into fertilizer, fabric, and even candy.
The market is growing for such type of natural products.
He shared some of his knowledge with Sathi's founders.
We stay here for 1 week. We give them a good training, basics, how to extract the fibers and all that.
The first step is to cut the stalks in half. Workers pull the halves apart, layer by layer. They feed these celery-like chunks in machines that leave just the stringy fibers behind. Workers wash the fibers and dry them on a line. Then they're ready for a second life. The founders set up stations with machines like these around the country, so local farmers can extract fibers from their own crop waste.
We have been closely working with 18,000 of them on regular basis, where we have set up different extraction units,
Sathi pays the farmers for the fibers.
giving additional income to farmers. That's the first part of our circular economy.
Farmers can also use the liquid from the stems as fertilizer. At the Sathi factory, workers feed fibers into machines that cut them into shorter pieces. The next step is turning those pieces into this fluff. The founders told us this part is a trade secret.
We do a medical process which they reach a factory, convert them into a cotton-like material with our patented technology.
It eventually will be pressed into more thinner and thinner sheets.
This is the absorbent core of the pad.
What is happening over here is they are putting all the different layers of the bag together.
Workers layer the banana fiber core between other sheets. Darwin says these sheets are made from plants, but wouldn't tell us which plants. He says he's worried about other companies copying Sathi. After the pads are cut to size, he tests them out from each batch using water mixed with ink.
And the good part is that it is steady. Instead of staying here, leaking out of here, the material throughout the line is utilized.
Sathi says the adhesive on the back of the pads is non-toxic, but wouldn't say exactly what's in it either. The pads are ready to be sanitized using light.
What we use over here is a UVC light. It sterilize or reduce any kind of viral load.
Finally, workers package the pads.
So there's not much of a rocket science over here. It's simple packing.
They wrap each one in yet another secret plant-based material and seal the packets with heat. The founders say the pads and all packaging are 100% biodegradable, and they sent their products to a lab that confirmed this.
This is a packaging made out of hygiene paper with no plastic coating on it. Roll it up. Use the same tape to stick it and throw it as it is.
Conventional pads are made mostly of plastic. If all the menstruating women in India used them, it would create an amount of trash 10 times the weight of the Great Pacific Garbage Patch every year. Sathi says if buried, its pads will break down in under 6 months. If they're left out in the open, it's more like 18 months. Before disposable pads were invented, people often used cloth, dried plants, or whatever absorbent things they could find.
I would not say that these are always unhygienic methods of menstruation, but what makes it hygienic or unhygienic is whether the material is clean, how long it is used for.
Many in India still use cloth for their periods, which can cause infections if it's not washed and dried frequently. Sathi sells its pads at pharmacies, at specialty stores, and online. And for each pad the company sells, it gives one away for free.
We take it from people who have enough and give it to those who need.
Most of the free pads go to people in rural areas, who are less likely to have access to them compared to those in cities.
We have successfully distributed almost 2 million pads now.
Experts say free pads are helpful, but education is also key.
We really need to go beyond just provision of pads now and talk about what it means to hygienically use them. 4 to 6 hours is the maximum one should use, and definitely change after that.
When Sathi introduces its products to a new area, it organizes talks about menstrual health for local women. At one recent session, Tarun spoke about pads and handed them out to attendees.
जो महिलाएं थी वो ऐसी थी कि बहुत मतलब जो गरीब कंडीशन, क्योंकि अगर वो 40 या 50 रुपए का पैकेट लेती है तो वो सोचती है कि उस दिन का मेरा एक दिन का गुजारा हो जाए.
And price isn't the only issue. Cultural taboos can also stop people from buying pads.
तो ये कोई पाप या कोई श्राप नहीं है, तो इसे हम इस तरह से हमें नहीं देखना चाहिए.
Though it's becoming less common, some traditional communities limit women's behavior while menstruating.
तो पहले जैसे गांव में भी लोगों को पीरियड आता था तो 5-5 दिन घर के बाहर बिठाते थे, अलग से उसका खाने की थाली सब अलग उधर. और सिटी में भी बहुत से लोग करते थे जो जिन्हें रीति रिवाज को अभी भी कर रहे हैं, वो लोग बहुत करते थे.
Alka Ben has worked at Sathi for about 5 years. In that time, she's seen attitudes towards pads shift.
तब हम लोग गए थे ना साथ में, हमें तो पहले कोई नहीं लेता था, अभी तो सब लोग ले रहे, अभी तो वो दिक्कत नहीं.
She's able to support her family with her earnings.
अगर आता है ना तो खुशी होती है कि वो कर सकेगी, वो कर सकेगी, वो ला सकेगी, ऐसी खुशी होती है. अगर आता है ना तो किसी के पास मांगना नहीं पड़ता है.
Since 2010, access to pads in India has risen dramatically. Art, activism, and government programs are making it easier to talk about periods.
तो वहाँ पे भी गवर्नमेंट भी फोकस कर रही है कि लोग सैनिटाइजर पैड यूज करें. बहुत सारा अवेयरनेस अभी होने लगा है.
But about 1 in 4 women in India still don't have sanitary period supplies. That's tens of millions of people. But seeing how things have already changed keeps the founders going.
A lot of women are having safe periods. The environment is not being polluted with plastic. The biggest service one can do is leave a greater legacy, a better world for generations to come. What's better than that?
There's another thing that we came to know today is on May 28th of every year, we observe Menstrual Hygiene Day. Menstrual Hygiene Day is observed, I can't say celebrated, is observed on May 28th of every year. And 2022, this day's theme, what would it be? Anybody? Have you heard? What would the theme be? Come on, think. It's for you and me and all of us. coming generations from this May, everybody should take it as a normal thing. It is not something different or to be shameful about. That is our aim, and by 2030, all girls and women should feel that this is okay and feel proud to be a woman. Okay? Thank you so much. Anything that you would like to ask us, me and Aarti, ma'am? What we know, we will tell you. We don't know, we'll say no. Anything? Yeah, fine.
How many of you have watched Batman?
Batman.
Batman. Okay, have you watched the movie completely till the climax? Can anyone tell me the most, what I should say, very powerful dialogue Akshay Kumar says in broken English? In front of the US press conference, he'll be speaking in broken English. What does he say? The last one. Does anyone know? If a man bleeds like this every month, what will happen to a man? He will die. And a woman or a girl from the age of 12 or 13, she bleeds every month. So how strong we are? Are we strong? Are we less than man in anything? Are we less than man in anything? Then we should not be ashamed. We should not be feeling that it is dirty, it is impure. It is very much required for our health, isn't it? Is it true or not? So from now onwards, we shouldn't feel any thing regarding that is dirty, impure. We should not have inhibitions. We should be feeling proud that God has given a gift for us. We are the ones who are running the generations. Agree? Yeah, we are the givers, we are the nurturers, and we are the ones who are compassionate, empathetic, sympathetic, everything. So feel proud to be a girl, feel proud to be a woman. Anything else you want to ask?
No.
Yeah.
You said that each, like both the gender, men and women, will know about menstruation. Then why have you said boys also?
Surely we will have another session with boys also in the conference.
We need to know how you respond first. We got a positive response, we will do it for boys also.
Or we'll ask. Yeah. The session was there, but we didn't know that the response would be so nice. So we'll plan it up and we'll have with the boys also. We'll ask the boy to do the PPT to explain. This is very much required in the country. Even some of my classmates when I was in the PG, they never knew this. And whenever we used to question in the house, the elders used to shut their mouth. Even in Kalsal and no, so once they get married and they are about to have a child, they will know about. So this is very, very important that we educate each and everyone about the periods or the menstruation. Thank you. Anything else apart from Ishana? Did you get the information? I think the information was short and sweet.
Now, we play another video. If allowed.
There is one more video we want to play. If you are ready to watch it, it's only about 5 to 10 minutes. Asha, what happened? Any problem? Nisha, look here. Blood stain in her dress. Hey, come. Let us inform this to our teacher. Excuse me, teacher. Yes, come in. Asha, any problem? Teacher, blood stains are in Asha's dress and she feels pain in her lower abdomen. Asha, turn around. Don't worry, you're normal. You're attaining menarche stage. It is usual for every girl. Girls, you both accompany her to her home. Okay, teacher. Asha, come, let us join them. I cannot play because this is my menstrual time. I'm not comfortable and my body smells bad. Did you tell your mother? Yes, my mother told me that it will be alright in a few days. Hey, come, let us go to our classroom. Asha, get up. You have come to the class after a few days. What is the reason? I'm not feeling well, ma'am. What is the problem? Ma'am, Asha is not comfortable because of her menstrual time. Many of our village girls have this problem. Hence, they are not attending school regularly. We do not know what to do. Okay, luckily Miss Roche is visiting our school tomorrow. We will consult her about this. Welcome, Miss Roche.
Yes, thank you. Shall we go to your classroom?
Yes, sure. Madam, some of our girls are not attending classes during their menstrual time. They feel inconvenience due to bad smell from their body. Can you give some advice to them?
Definitely. Girls, as I'm a doctor, I can help you solve your problems. Feel free to ask questions.
Thanks, Miss Roche. Can we solve our menstrual problems?
Yes, you can. It all depends on your hygiene practice during menstruation. Will you practice what I suggest?
Yes, madam. Surely, we will.
Dear girls, you can ask your doubts.
Madam, what is menstruation?
Between the age of 10 to 16, most of the girls will have first time bleeding from their genital organ. This is called menarche or beginning of menstruation. When it becomes periodical at a regular cycle of 28 to 40 days, it is called menstruation.
What is meant by period?
Menstruation is also known as period. It is due to the release of impure blood from your uterus.
How long will this bleeding exist during menstruation?
Normally, the bleeding will be from 2 to 7 days. For some people, it may vary. Menstruation is part of a healthy body development and indicates that your body is getting ready for pregnancy. It is part of life.
During menstruation time, I get itching and foul smell in my genital area. Why?
Are you taking bath every day during menstruation period? Are you using sanitary napkins?
No, madam.
It is more important that a girl or woman who has menstruation should take bath every day. During bath, clean your body and try to keep your genital area dry. You should also change the sanitary napkin at least twice a day. Some may have more bleeding and require changing the napkins as soon as it gets wet. After changing your sanitary napkin pad, every time you have to wash your hands with soap and water.
Can we use clothes of old sari during menstruation time?
Nowadays, the price of sanitary napkin is cheap and also easily available in various sizes. It helps to avoid infection, skin irritation, itching, and foul smell. If it is not available, you can use clean cotton cloth. Those who are using cloth should wash it thoroughly every time and dry it in sunlight if they want to reuse the same. Healthy hygienic practice is to use sanitary napkin. Do you know how to dispose the used sanitary napkins or cloth?
Madam, we will throw it outside the home.
No, that is wrong. There is a chance of environmental pollution and spread of diseases. You should burn the used napkins. Nowadays, the schools are constructing adolescent girl-friendly toilets which consist of incinerator to burn used sanitary napkins. Vending machines are also kept for easy access of sanitary napkins in the school itself. Girls, I will show you a film. This is an adolescent girl-friendly toilet in a school. Look, the girl inserts a coin and gets a napkin. Now she disposes the used napkin into the incinerator. This lady worker sets fire to the collected napkins periodically.
Girl, now our school is also constructing an adolescent girl-friendly toilet like this, and shortly will install sanitary napkin vending machine for the benefit of you all. This will help to increase the school attendance, ma'am.
Ma'am, what if we don't have an incinerator at home?
It is good to worry.
Thank you very much, madam. We learned a lot about menstrual hygiene. We will adopt your advice and follow the menstrual hygiene practices and dispose the napkins or clothes in a proper manner. This will help us to attend our class without absent and study well.
Oh, that's great. My dear girls, take care. Bye.
These are some things that you already know. There's something else I would like to add. Today's girls are, running behind these fast food, which do not have anything in them. It's very tasty here. Once it goes here, it's something else. We would suggest for your menstrual health and for a longevity of your menstruation, which is going to be, a long way to go, have protein-rich food, which will help you to have your menstrual cycle regularly and also helps your fertility. Okay? Thank you so much once again for being so patient.